Right. I don't even think I've done a video this week. It's Thursday. What have I been up to this week? Well, I haven't been in the shop much. I've been waiting for all the parts to arrive for Mark's exhaust because he forgot to order a couple of bits. We also added another box in because I assumed he wanted max power loud. Then I asked him, and he lives in a quiet neighbourhood, so we're going to silence it a bit more. So I'm going to run another silencer in there, but all the parts should be here today. But the van's on the ramp because it just stopped running yesterday. Absolute pain in the arse. Couldn't get fuel into it, and I've dropped the tank off this morning, and the feed pipe had rusted away on the bottom here and snapped. So what I've done, I haven't shown you the process, but I welded it on the best I could, and you had little pinholes in it, but obviously it's so thin you can't just run a big bead rod around it. So I had some pinholes left in it. Then I run down to JMD Towers. He's got some plastic fuser, so I put all that around it. So I blew through it. There's no air coming out, and then I've just greased it because there's so much rust in here. So I've just put a load of grease in there, so hopefully it doesn't rust up again. And I'll try and get a new unit. I've got a part number, but I've searched the internet and I can't find one, so it might be a fall down or anything. The tank's solid, but this pipe had rotted away. I did try and get through to one of my pals last night and this morning, Michael, because I know he had a bodge for one of these, apparently, that he could just run a pipe through, and I haven't been able to get hold of him. And I did ask Jason if I could nick the one off his red van over there, if I had to, and he said I could. And then I thought, well, if I remove his, and his is just as rotten, I'm in the same situation, really. So what I'll do when I build his van, we'll drop the tank and just make sure his isn't rotten. But yeah, so I didn't use Jason's. I managed to bodge this for now. So let's see if we can get it back on and running. But that's fucked up my day because I wanted to start this day with Mark's max power van. So like I'm another day behind now. I had Pierce here this week. We managed to get the fuel map off of this ECU, and we're going to put it on that ECU. Pierce is coming back Saturday to extend the core pack wiring on that, and because I'll try and get that put back together before Pierce comes, and then we can fire that up, and then I've got to bolt that back together and get that in because he's took the K6 loom and ECU with him that I'm going to run in here. So he's going to remove that loom, put the K6 in, and then this one will be running with the new fuel map that we've got. So we're getting there. Right, let's see if I can get this van running. See you in a bit. So my day's not going any better. Bumpers off, because I'm going to tow the bastard later because I've had enough. I've burnt out a starter motor trying to start it. Nothing makes sense. My diesel switch is working, my glow plugs are working. I have fuel pressure. No, we have diesel, if I can go in everywhere. So we have diesel. Yeah, so we've got diesel, we've got glow plugs, we've got switch letting diesel into the engine, but it won't. It's trying, but it just will not fire. And I burnt out the starter motor. So we've got a dead starter motor there, which is like not even very old. Fucking thing's been on the floor an hour and it's still warm. Yeah, I'll see if I can. I don't even know. It wasn't that old. So we're going to tow it later. My mate's coming around, hopefully in his Ranger, and we'll tow it up the road and see if we can get it to fire under jump starting the bastard. Yeah, absolutely pissed off. Supposed to be doing Mark's van today. Got pretty much everything, just waiting for a silencer. But as well as that, I'm not feeling 100% health-wise, so I'm going to put this up in the air, I'm going to have a sweep up, a mop up, and walk away for the rest of the day until my mate can come and tow it. yeah, it's just, you know, just at the point where you just want to burn it or walk away. So I'm going to walk away. Right, the enemy. Right, seeing as we're waiting to get that towed later to see if we can get some diesel through it. I think it might be an airlock, I don't know. But we'll tow it and see. But we'll start putting in this up. So OTBs are in, fuel lines are back on. Started to put all the auxiliary bits back on, like thermostat holes in. Yeah, a few other bits and bobs. Then it's reminded me, when I put those bodies on this engine, because we're running servo, I need to sort out a jig fitting. Sorry, 1/8 MPT fitting to go around to the brake servo. Yeah, I'll sort it. Something else to do. But yeah, we're getting there. What's left to do on here? Running out of things. Core packs needs to go in there. Starter motor needs wiring back up. Radiator. We're running out of things to put back on this now. So tomorrow I'll get that buttoned up and then we'll start pissing about with this one again. We've had some exhaust manifold studs over today for the head because I did try and remove them from that one and I snapped one. So I thought I gave up. So I brought some brand new ones for this. Yeah, I'll get this buttoned up and in there. Push on. So look at that. I've even got a tow rope on it, ready for when my friend turns up with his Ranger later. If not, we'll use my Ranger. So look at the weather. All these leaves, I've moved the leaves out of the way, but so I've got to put some more two-stroke in my leaf blower. Try and keep it a bit tidier outside here. Yeah man, we're pushing on. We're pushing on. So not feeling the best though, I've got to tell you. Not feeling too well, so feeling a bit rough. So I'm going to leave it there for now. See you in a bit. Morning. Well, that van's kicked my arse yesterday. Bloody hell. In the end, I had to get my friend Liam. He came round last night. It was late, like dark. I think it was about 8:30, 9 o'clock by the time we sorted it. But we had to tow it up the road for a mile just to get air out the fuel system. I think it was airlock in the diesel pump because, like I said, I melted the starter motor just trying to get the fucker started. So we towed her up the road and she's running mint now. Running mint, 1 sec. There you go, look. Running again. She didn't want to run yesterday. With that. So yeah, as much as I love the fact I've kept it diesel, I've never known a vehicle so hard to fucking start, like in regards to, like there's no way of bleeding the fuel system, cracking it, letting air out. You can prime it, but the prime pump was arguing and fighting with air at the pump side. Yeah. So the only way, logical way I could think of just getting it started without burning out another starter motor was towing it. Took about half a mile. She didn't want to go straight away. You know what I mean? Third gear in the end, and she went. I left her running for half an hour last night. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can trust it again. Because I trusted this van, I could drive it to the moon and back. But then obviously something silly's happened on the sender unit with pipe snapping off. Which I've repaired for now. I'd like to get a brand new unit in there, but I've repaired it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll get the bumper back on and hopefully we can get some trust back in the old van. Right, I'll show you what I'm up to in there. Right, look, got Mark's van back on the ramp and on the floor. I'm waiting for a silencer to turn up today. Look, we got stainless steel, 45, 45, 1990. Nice back box there. We've got some rod so I can make up some exhaust hangers, some V-bands. Yeah. there's no flexi going to be put here, because if you look at that, see the movement you get there, there's a flexi in the manifold there. The factory system didn't have, I usually put a flexi here, the factory system didn't have a flexi, so yeah. So this is like 2 1/4 inch, I believe. I think it was 57 mil. So is that 2 1/2 or 2 1/4? I can't think. Too fucking early. Obviously we've got mould steel pipe coming down here, and this is all stainless. So I'll MIG that onto there because we've got a slight gap, and then all this will be TIG welded. Like I said, I'm waiting for another silencer. I'll put a silencer here. I generally put it here. We've got 2 hangers here. Look, we've got a hanger here. We should have another hanger. Should have another hanger up here somewhere. We've got one at the back. Should have had another hanger. Anyway, I don't know if I told you about the pump. The pump's fucking squealing. It's a Bosch 044 pump. So what I've done, do you know, what's it called? There's a shop called Torx, and they sell all the Torx, the jig fittings, all this stuff. They sell all these fittings and things. They sell these 100 quid, so it's as good as a 044 pump. High pressure pump with AN8 feed, AN6 exit. So a couple of them. This isn't the Torx one. This is an Oasis one. Both exactly the same, exactly the same units. So one of them will be going in there, and one will be going onto Mark's van today, because I can't have a noisy pump. They're doing me head in. So we'll get a new pump on Mark's van as well. I'm just waiting for that silencer. Also, like I said, I want to get that van buttoned up as well. I'd like to push on with that today, because I think I'd rather wait to have everything before I start with this. So if I push on with this, we can get this up and running. Like I said, I'd like to get the replica there, and Jason's coming over this morning with the floor pans for me for the replica. So if we can get the replica in there, get the van running, that'd be great, man. Not too sure how much I'm going to get achieved today in regards to moving stuff and getting the van running, but we're getting this exhaust done. Again, feeling a bit rough as well, not 100%, man. But I ain't one to moan, just push on. So I'll just push on. See you later. Well, Jason's been over. Still waiting for the silencer for that, but Jason's been over. My pal with the replica. He brought some floor pans over that he picked up, because obviously his floor pans are no good. I didn't realise these were off an Escort Cabriolet. So obviously you've got the reinforced sill area. Now this one's not too bad. This is the passenger floor pan. Underneath it is a driver's floor pan. But they've both got issues down here, look. It's just thin there. Which again, I could weld a plate in there, linish it off, and you'd never know. But again, it's welded, so these won't go to waste. What I'll do, I can use the front kick up of the floor pan here, because his have got issues. I'll use seat mounts to save me taking them off his floor, because these are out. These will be easier to strip. Find the spot welds, put some paint strip on here, find all the spot welds, take these off, because these are going to his car, because these are Mark 5. Take that off there, we reuse that. So he's going to order me 2 brand new floor pans. It'd just be better to put new metal in, but these won't go to waste. I'll chop up those and I'll use bits and bobs, but I'd like the floor in there, so not this one, the floor in his replica, to look like it hasn't been welded once I've done it, like put seam sealer on it and it look original. And I think if we start chopping that and trying to put bits in that are bad, because that doesn't look too bad at all, but the one underneath it's got more issues. But again, they won't go to waste, and Jason's not too disheartened with these not being my first choice, you know. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll cut pieces out of these that we need. Yeah, so they can stay there for now. He brought some. Bless him, I forgot to pay him actually. I asked him to get some milk and sugar on his way. He brought a bag of sugar, he brought bloody 8 pints of milk, 2 packets of cookies, and when he left, I looked in the bag. He's even brought bloody muffins. Look, I didn't see them till he left. So he brought 2 big pints of milk, sugar, muffins, and cookies. Bless him. So I haven't done a fat lot. He tried to buy my steering wheel off me, but yeah, not for sale. But I'll get him one. I'll find him one. So if anybody's selling one of these, similar RS 3-spoke or 4-spoke, like the leather one with the leather spokes, not the metal spokes that I got in the van, one of these. So if anybody's selling one of these, let me know. I'm after one for Jason's car. Yeah. So, right, what am I doing? I've got to push on with Lee's van now. So this afternoon, I'm going to push on with that because Pierce is coming tomorrow to extend the core pack wiring on it for me. So it'd be nice if I can get that buttoned up today. So I'll push on with that. And then tomorrow, whilst Pierce is on that, I'll push on with this, get this in there. I've looked at the oil gauge and the oil temperature gauge in there. I don't like it. So, is it oil temperature? I think there was an oil temperature. I'll have a look. But yeah, I don't like it, so I'm going to fit all my stack gauges that I've got in here. So Pierce doesn't know yet, but when he gets here tomorrow, I'm going to ask him to rewire a load of stuff for me. Yeah, because that was oil pressure, and that one was all temp. But the brass fitting that went on there, I can't find it. It was broken. I'm gonna have to braze it, but I can't find where I've put it, which is doing me head in. So yeah. Right, see you in a bit. Oh, I don't know why my dogs are barking, but I'll go around and see them in a minute. Well, just been pissing out with that. Copper red gasket sorted. There you go, copper red gasket, new exhaust studs. Ready for that to go together. Lee's van, we're done in the engine bay, I think. So we're ready to put some water in it, some oil in it, some power steering fluid and radiator. The reason I haven't carried on is because, I don't know if I said earlier, I'm going to get Pierce to look at all the wiring. Yeah, to start a motor and alternator. I tidy up the connectors, a few things. Just want to make sure it's buttoned up. Because although Pierce is modifying the loom there, I want him to check that, and then the fuse box needs messing with. So, but yeah, wheels are back on, hubs are together, shafts are in, all the engine mounts are on. So we've got a torch. There we go. ITBs are in. I haven't tidied up any of the loom yet because when Pierce lengthens these, this is why when it lengthens, I've put it in, it's just that IMEX made this loom and it's too tight. So another 8 inches in there, make it nice and slack, and then we can pull all of it back tight into this battery tray because there's just no slack on it. Like, we've got electrical charger on it at the minute, just make sure the battery's up to steam. Yeah, there we are. Obviously there's no fan switch on this now because it runs off the IMEX fan switch, so it doesn't run off temperature switch. Thermostat's still in there, thermostat opens and shuts as it should, but the fan kicks in with the IMEX temperature switch here. So that's here, controls the fan now. Exhaust is on, gear selector's on, everything's done. Like I said, wheels are on. Just the radiator and the bumper to put back on with the lights, obviously, but I'll sort that out after, I think. Like I said, I want Pierce to look at its wiring. Look at the rest of it, a few hours work, get it buttoned up nice. Yeah, I'll let Pierce mess with it. Whilst Pierce is doing that van tomorrow, I'll carry on with this. Got to build up throttle bodies, got to put a 1/8 MPT in there for, like I said, the brake servo. And we'll have a silencer turn up for that tomorrow. So I'm not sure what I've got filmed this week. I don't know if there's enough footage to show you a video this weekend. If there is, this will be the end. If there isn't, I'll plod on, film some more tomorrow, and try and put a video up for Sunday. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been in here every day this week. There's a couple of days this week, and my van obviously pissed me off yesterday. I still didn't put the bumper back on my van. I got to go out there and put the bumper back on. Which I'll do tomorrow. I'll do tomorrow. Yeah, man. Pushing on. Right. Nice one. See you later. Afternoon. Saturday. Main man Pierce is here again. Say hello, Pierce.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. He's done. Look at this. Remember I had a really fucking tight coil pack loom wiring. Now we've got it all nice and tidy, nice and slack. So it looks brilliant now. I did what, 8 inches in there, reckon? About 8 inches. Just about 8 inches in there.
8 inches, yeah.
Yeah, so all nice and tidy coming out of here, look. So it's not pulling on the coil packs anymore, is it? Look at that, look. All nice and loose. So it was like that. We purchased this direct off Omex, and that's how it came, too short. Yeah. So we've identified some loose wires down here. We've got a dodgy, we haven't got any wires going to the washer bottle for some reason. Something's broke. I don't like the wires going to the indicators that are in the bumper, and Pierce is going to now tidy up all the wiring to the alternator, starter motor. He's also going to put a new earth on from the engine to the chassis. But we was going to test from the ignition just to see which wires these were doing the jet wash, the pressure, was it screen wash? But we can't, because turning the ignition, all we've got is an immobiliser flashing. There's nothing, the ignition's dead, and I remember Lee having an issue. We did tell you, didn't I, Pierce, that there's an issue to sort with the fuse box. Lee used to have to wiggle some wires under the fuse box every now and again to get this thing working on the key. So I thought it would be working and we could address that after, but we're going to have to address that first. So we'll get this buttoned up, radiator back on, everything, fluids in. I'll leave the lights off in here and the bumper off. I'll just get it to the point where we can start it. I'll leave the bumper and the lights off. And then I can roll it forward. Pearson can come back next week, another day, and do...
Yeah, next week.
Tidy these up and have a look at the fuse box issue, innit? So yeah, frustrating because it's changed the order of way I was going to do things, but either way, it's getting done, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's getting done. It's getting done properly this time as well, because Lee's always been, I think whoever built it, do you know what I mean, did a bad job on the wiring. So yeah, so we're going to fix that issue for Lee so he never has to wiggle the wires again. Right, see you in a bit. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm going to put the... that's just resting on now, that bumper on my van. I've washed the Ranger because I'm off out later. I'm going to bring that down here now, put the bumper on, so it feels like I've done something today. You know what I mean? I washed my car today. Pierce has been working hard today. I had more plans for today. The silencer's arrived now. So that came today. DPD delivered it, but he had to sit here for half an hour to nearly 40 minutes because he wasn't allowed to give it me, which is weird. He had some timer thing on his phone. He wasn't allowed to leave the property. He asked if he could sit there in his van. I'm like, yeah, sound, but he wasn't allowed to give me the silencer. For 40 minutes he was here early, which is weird. Weird. So yeah, I haven't got the engine in the F2 like I wanted. But like I said, I'll persevere with the van and the exhaust on Monday. Yeah, my van, I'll get the bumper back on now. See you in a bit.